What is up, guys? And what is up, guys? And welcome to the Chelsea versus Newcastle review. The game is still going on, as you can probably bloody hear Martin Tyler in the background. We'll mute him. I think he's been biased tonight. He's not in my good books. But a good 2-0 win, and we've still got. Why have I started it so early? I tell you, I've had a day from hell today. I really have. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. I got scammed for 45 quid, so that's great. But this has cheered me up, so at least there's that. Is my vape burning in my pocket? Maybe. Oh, broke me fucking thing. Never mind. So yeah, what do we say really? Let's talk about Timo Werner. I mean, that's really what we can say, to be honest with you. What a performance from him. Missed a couple chances, but you know, he keeps getting himself in the position. He just knew eventually it would go. If I keep looking down here, it's 'cause I'm looking at the game. It's just a rude of me. I shouldn't do it. And the first goal was fantastic for him. I mean, it hasn't gone down as an assist for him on fantasy football. I mean, I haven't got him in my team, so it doesn't affect me that much. Whether it will go down officially as an assist, I don't know. I'm not going to get into the whole Bruno scored a goal against Fulham or some shit about... I can't be asked to do that because I don't have the Bruno goal here to compare in this moment, even though I've seen it. But to me, this goes back to the whole thing where, and this might sound ridiculous, and I know people will probably disagree here, but for me, if you win a penalty, it should be an assist, officially. And in a situation like that, clearly he's made the goal. So for me, assist is the person who assists the goal. You know, if you assist someone with the hell, you don't have to literally pass them it. But I do get, I guess, how they can't really have that because it's not subjective. They can't have it as a subjective rule, really. It needs to be kind of like, right, so the pass has to be, you know, it has to be a law, I guess. But for me, if somebody makes the goal like that, you know, I'm not saying if someone like Hazard used to run and he assist. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you know, if someone really does make the goal like that. For me, that has to be an assist. But I don't know. I don't make the laws. I don't make the rules. I was about to say something stupid there, but I'm not gonna. But yeah, great ball in. Mount nearly got a touch to it. Darlow gets a touch to it, and Giroud puts the ball in the back of the net. No, obviously Tammy Abraham getting injured. That was obviously a bit disappointing. Well, it was very disappointing. It's never good for a player to get injured. And in my opinion, we should have had a penalty. I know Gary Neville said we shouldn't. I'm sorry. We should have had a penalty. And then we should have had a penalty in the second half as well, which, according to Martin Tyler, not a penalty. But I guess it's not Liverpool, so it's fine. Second goal. I mean, Timo Werner had a couple of chances. I think he had a chance just before it. I honest to God thought it was in. It would have been a great finish. So I thought we lost the clean sheet. That's a fucking corner. How's that a corner? How on earth is that a corner? What? Who's touched it then? No, I think Conte touched it, to be fair. Conte, I swear his name's Kante. Why? What is it? Conte or Kante? Sometimes the commentators say one thing, sometimes they say the other. They usually say, you know, trust what the commentators say. They know, they've been told how to pronounce the name. I think Kante has said it's Conte, which doesn't really make sense, what I was about to say there. But I think that was sort of what he came to. But anyway, I'm really getting sidetracked. The point remains, the second goal. So Timo Werner missed that chance, but the second goal, it's a scrappy fucking goal. Let's be honest. I can't remember who put the ball in it. I don't know who put the ball in, to be honest. I can't actually remember off the top of my head. Giroud sort of... was it Mount? Was it I can't remember. Giroud, I mean, it's like he's Superman. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't disallow the goal. I'm not saying I think the goal should have been disallowed, because I don't think it should have been disallowed. But, I mean, the way it's been this year, VAR, and just in general, the way referees are at times, nothing would surprise me. So, I'm surprised it was given as a goal, but thank fuck it was. And Timo Werner gets his fucking goal, which he deserves because he was very, very good today. You know, again, really, really positive in the something there. Really, really positive in play. I thought his link-up play was good, and you know, he kept getting into positions, he kept creating chances, and it worked a couple of times. And you know, I think he's had a tough start. He has a tough start to life at Chelsea. You can't sit there and say he hasn't. You know, I know people. You know, his stats are very, very good this year, and that should I can't speak. That should say something. I don't think just because, you know, his stats look good means he's had a, you know, blistering season. Let's be honest, he hasn't. At times it's been not great from him. It's been, you know, low on confidence, but he's continued to stick at it. And, you know, what is promising for me is that even in this sort of, not the best Timo Werner, he's still getting those goal contributions. He's still winning penalties. He's still creating chances. And, you know, that's a really, really good sign for when he does get his confidence back, which hopefully this game will do, and the last couple of games really he's played really well, will go towards doing that. I mean, he already looks a lot more confident. His head doesn't seem to be dropping when he misses chances like it was before. So, you know, hopefully we just see him just excel now. I should put Vaseline on my lip. Apologise when you see me chapped lip. Jorginho's laughing. God knows why. Not that he can't laugh, but I just don't always laugh more specifically. Talk about Jorginho. I'm not even going to talk about Jorginho, actually. I'm going to talk about Kovacic. What a fucking performance. Oh, my God. The man's incredible. I mean, we all know what a player Kovacic is. I mean, the only thing you could... Well, I say consistency, although I thought he was fantastic last season consistently. But maybe this season, consistency has been a problem for him. He's had a run of 8 games, and he's been absolutely fantastic. Today, he was just mesmerising. For me, I think it's impossible. It's difficult because probably Kovacic is man of the match. But it's not fair, really, for me to give it to Timo Werner. But I do feel like I'm going to give it to Timo Werner. Even though it's completely... I don't think it's necessarily fair. Not that Timo Werner's been bad. I think them two have been the standout players. But for me, Kovacic has done nothing wrong today, and Timo Werner's missed a couple of chances. So, you know, with all that said, I'm going to give Werner the man of the match, which is completely ridiculous because I'm going against everything I'm saying. But Kovacic's been brilliant. If we could have 2 man of the matches, I would have it. Great saves from Kepa as well. I mean, a bizarre inclusion from Thomas Tuchel, but I'm getting used to the bizarre inclusions and the bizarre, not necessarily bizarre teams, but interesting sort of... I thought we were going to get a penalty. The sort of left field decisions per se in the team, which have worked. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say they haven't worked. Are we going to score a 3rd goal? Are we not? What are we doing? How long we got? 3 minutes. But I think, you know, all in all, a fantastic performance. Our tempo in the midfield just seems to be so much better. The intensity as well. Just everything is good. And, you know, a word on the defence today. Fantastic from them. And I thank you, Rudiger, at the end of the day, because you've got me 6 points in my fantasy. You got me fuck all last week, and I nearly picked on the bench just out of fury this week, but I didn't. I stuck to it. They've gave Timo Werner the man of the match, which makes me want to give it to Kovacic now, but I'm not. I'm going to stand strong. But, you know, like I say, keep turning around. I talk a word on Azpilicueta as well. You know, I know his role, I've always thought he's really, really good. Certainly in his latter seasons, like as in the last few seasons, not necessarily when he first comes to the club. His best position has been in that back three on the right hand side. And he's just such a class player. You know, his work rate's incredible. I'm really impressed. It's difficult to pick up a bad performance. I don't think it has been one. I thought Christensen's done well. Rudiger's had a decent game. Jorginho's done his job. Same with Alonso. Hudson-Odoi was all right. You know, it wasn't maybe his most effective game. Lots of chances. I mean, a couple of times I thought he should have done a little bit better, but it's important to remember he's playing on the wing. Well, he's not playing on the wing, sorry. He's playing on the as a wing back, so not necessarily his preferred. Well, not in his preferred position. It's clear to see. Alonso's done all right. Like I said, I don't like praising Alonso too much, but I will praise him today. Giroud did all right. Obviously got the goal. The rest of his play today, I think, has been a bit disappointing. But he's got the goal, and that's what you fucking need from your strike at the end of the day. If they're a bad game, get the goal. You know, it's never a bad thing. So yeah, but like I said, I've been very, very impressed by pretty much everyone. Is Reece James in? No, something's happened. It's a problem when you put the fucking thing on mute. You have no idea what's going on. Newcastle have been poor though, and we have to say that. I mean, we should have won this game probably 4-5-0, but Newcastle have been poor. And I think there's some sides in the Premier League, I think this the other day, that are very, very lucky that Fulham have drawn so much. Because I look at Newcastle, I look at Southampton, I look at Palace, and I think, and I'm not saying Fulham are completely out of it yet, and I know Newcastle have been decent, in recent weeks, but I look at the way these sides have played over the season, I think, I just don't understand. You know, for me, Fulham have played so much better, but elsewhere it doesn't necessarily come down to who's played better. And it's why Man United were top of the league for a while. In my opinion, they won games. I have no idea how they won. I look at the West Ham game. I don't understand how they won that game to this day. I think it's a Southampton game or something. Again, I just don't want Southampton 9-0. I just don't understand how they win certain games that they won. But they were winning games and it got them to the top. Whereas now, they've dropped off and they're now sort of playing, in my opinion, a bit more how they've sort of been playing all season. I mean, they haven't. They've been playing a lot worse than they've been playing at times of the season. But what I'm trying to say is, it's important to get the results. And luckily for sides like Newcastle, as a full-time whistle goes, we do win 2-0, they haven't been able to do it. So, for me, hopefully Fulham will be able to pull off some miracle and some great escape. And I should probably say that because they're literally down the road, but they're not. I mean, they are down the road, effectively. I do live in London, but they're not literally down the road. I'm not at Stamford Bridge right now. Let me just check the table. I mean, I already know what the table is, as in that we're in the top 4, but I just want to check as we're 4th. I can't talk properly today. I've had a bad day, okay? I've had a very bad day. I don't want to talk about it. So Chelsea are... How do you get the table?